I wanted to say, and I'm surprised no one, Erasmus especially, isn't talking about it. Paul Pogba was amazing that second half.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
I know most of his best performances this season have come against small teams like Sheffield and Burnley, but this was the first big game I've seen Pogba truly show his class.
But they actually sharing my thoughts on my platforms, and I was actually saying that I don't think United fans have seen even half of what Pogba is capable of. The glimpses of the player that we saw during that Champions League final in 2015 when Barcelona beat them. Even though Juventus lost, I think he was actually the best player on that pitch, and he was actually giving his all for the cause. Fast forward to the World Cup, where even in his dressing room talks, he was actually telling his players in no uncertain terms that he expected to be partying after the game, and he expected to take home the trophy from at the expense of Croatia. I think people call Kevin De Bruyne the best midfielder in the world, but if Pogba is kept happy, remember he's French, I think we might get to see the best out of him, and it might be wise for Manchester United to actually extend his contract, because he was immense, especially that role he's being given where he's having to invade space from wide positions. Not a true winger, not a true midfielder at the same time, but that situation where he's literally looking for space, and even that disallowed goal by Cavani after that McTominay and Son incidents, I think that was a very smart move that he made. He found Cavani, who used his typical off-the-ball movement to finish calmly past Hugo Lloris. But let's listen to the opinions of the actual Man United fan.
You see, Pogba, first of all, I'm a very big fan of Pogba. But I was really disappointed with his agent when he said that he can sell Pogba through his 5-year-old nephew. But Pogba started to perform, but he just needs to extend his contract. His performance was actually good, especially when he was dropping between the spaces and linking up play, and how he actually assisted that goal was very good. He has actually been performing consistently, and we all hope he's going to sign the contract.
Okay, so moving on to...
What are your thoughts, JM, on Paul Pogba? What are your thoughts on him? Because I think I'm going to take this snippet.
Paul Pogba, he is an incredible player, let's be honest. He needs the right system. He has this, I don't know how to explain it, when like he can't be the main creator of a team. Like when the focus is all on him, he honestly can't do it. But when someone else like Bruno is there, and he just has like control of the left half space, like just outside the area, when he doesn't have to move around the pitch, like having to create everywhere, I think he's perhaps like one of the best in the world. He actually, it's probably like an exaggerated version of KDB. Like KDB, he's not as bad as Pogba in other positions, but he's better in the right half space. Yeah, so I think that's it. Like he could be one of the best, but inconsistencies in performance probably won't allow him to reach there.
Pogba plays well while he's in the left side of the midfield. When he's on the right, he can play well. I've never understood that.
And he's actually right-footed. I think it's because even when you play football, unprofessionally like we do, you'll find out that when you are a right-footed player and you are playing on the right-sided side of the pitch, you won't get as much freedom as you will when you play on the opposite side, because in as much as you're playing on the right side of your right foot, I think you are very limited to having to most of the times hug the side, that side of the pitch, and then maybe having to whip some crosses in, whether you are a right back or a winger or whatever. But when you're actually playing as an maybe inside, let's say forward, for example, you maybe sort of have like that freedom to cut inside on your stronger foot the way you want. And maybe if you're a person who likes taking men on like Pogba does, as a person who carries the ball, I think he enjoys using the freedom to use his foot to actually do what he does best. I think that's why he did so well when he was at Juventus on the left side of the midfield, and right now when he's being played as a space invader, as a Ramuta down that left side of United's attack. So I think that's why things are plain sailing for him at the moment.